Hey guys, Henry here from Product Creation Formula. In this video, we're going to be talking about the #1 best way to edit and rebrand your PLR videos. Now before we go ahead and do it, I just want to let you know that here at Product Creation Formula, we love to give you tips and tricks to help you create your products quickly and easily. Along with that, we also do product reviews, as well as tips on how to make money online. So if that's the sort of thing that interests you, how about you smash that like button, as well as subscribe and hit the bell icon so you can be notified whenever we upload more videos. Okay guys, let's go check it out. Hey guys, now in this part of the video we're going to be actually showing you how you can edit your PLR videos, but it's going to be done a little bit more uniquely than what you're probably used to, and we're going to be doing a few extra things in this particular video, so stick around to the end, and this way you can see how it's all done. And not just that, we can also give you a bonus tip as well. Okay, so the first thing we are at here is we're actually at the license for this PLR video, and you have to make sure that your PLR license is okay. You can say yes, can modify and change the main product, so that's perfectly okay for this video and for this particular product. So let's click away from that. Now there's other things you're going to be needing to do as well, and I would strongly suggest that you grab yourself some stock footage, which we're going to be keeping in the description box down below. And we're going to be having like Videvo, we also have Pexels, and also Pixabay. And also we're going to be talking about having a file converter which can literally strip the audio from the video, and this way you have an audio file that's separated from the video, because that's going to be our first step. Now I'm actually going to go over here to my video, which I have down here in the timeline, and as you can see, this has all these sound waves in it. Now down the bottom in the timeline, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to expand that timeline. I'm going to make sure that the sound waves are all the way to the top, and how we do that is we get hold of this, we highlight over the top of that, and then we go 250 and just do that, or we can just drag that bar all the way to the end, and that will increase the volume to where it's much louder. Now I could go to then save this and do all that, or if you have an editor that can do this already, I would strongly suggest that you go to your editor and then you separate the audio and video. So that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to separate the audio and video, and really that only takes a few seconds, and then all we have to do is click on the video part, which is away from, because that's the audio just there, and now that's the actual video, and all we have to do is click on the video part and delete that altogether. Drag the audio down to the bottom and leave it like that. Now the reason we're doing that is so as we can go on to the next step, and that is either go and grab a keynote or a PowerPoint presentation, so as we can go to the next step. Okay, well here we are in PowerPoint, and I'm just going to quickly grab a blank presentation, and as you can see we're right here. Now what I want to do is I wish to remove that one altogether. Grab this one, drag it up to the top, or actually into the middle, and put it about there. I want to then highlight that, make that 72, and then we can then from here I'm going to change that over to impact down, just leave it like that. Now all we have to do is click on that, and as you can see it goes click to add subtitles. So what I'm going to do is, that is perfectly what I want to see. I'm now going to hit Control D, or I can then go here and hit duplicate. So I would suggest you click on the frame on the left hand side, and then you hit Control D, and just continue to hit Control D until you have as many slides as you want. Now I'm going to just hold on to that and just do that. I don't think I'll be needing quite that many slides for my first video. But this is where it becomes really awesome. So let's go back to our editor. In our particular case, I'm using Camtasia. And what we need to do is we need to listen to the audio file and then add the text to the screen in PowerPoint. There's a lot more we have to do yet, but this is the first step.
Hello and congratulations on getting access to this video course on how to optimize your videos before making your YouTube videos.
That's too much. I mean, that's a pretty bad way of putting it. However, we're going to go over here and we're going to be going over here and click on there, and we're going to call this one How to Optimize Your YouTube videos and to rank faster. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to expand that up a little bit. We want to be able to make that so as it's larger and that the font will actually fit on the screen. There we are. So that's probably too big. There we are. Now I'm just going to drag that down to the center so as it's right in the middle. There we are. As you can see, there's crosshairs that go this way and that way, and those crosshairs will indicate where the dead smack center is. Now that's one way. That's the first thing. That's the very first step. And the next one, we move across to the next point, and we're going to go here and we're going to be hitting this and listening to a bit more.
Live. So this is video number 1, which is the introduction to YouTube search engine optimization.
Okay, so we can go intro. I might even just get rid of that and just put down introduction. There we are. Move to the next part and we will just continue listening.
So I want to first start out by saying the goal is to focus on doing the right amount of keyword research and video file automation before actually uploading any of it to YouTube.
Okay, so in this particular case, we're going to say focus on keyword research. Now what I've done here is I have purposely allowed myself to, let me just get that up to 72 because I'm noticing that the size of that has shrunk down. So we'll go back up here to 72. So what I've done is I'm making sure that it's 1 point per slide. Really important when you're editing your PLR videos. And this is where we can add, if we want to, you know, and go along and say, for example, we could choose to, at this particular point, grab a video about with a video camera or something along those lines, and having somebody, you know, focusing in and out on a video camera. That's a really good way of doing it. Or you can go and grab an image or whatever else. But I'm going to suggest right now, before you go ahead and grab any of your videos and before you go ahead and grab any of your images, that you go ahead first and get all the points down. Once you have all your points down, you'll know how many videos, how many images you're going to be needing to be able to make this work. So let's keep going. Now remember to stick around to the end because I do have extra tips to give you.
So essentially this is all about what most people forget about doing before making their YouTube video live.
Okay, so in this particular case we can go down here and we can say, don't forget this. And of course we're going to now make that larger, back up to 72, where it's meant to be. And we can expand that up and expand that out. I would suggest take this all the way to the end if you can. And that gives you a much more accurate sizing. There we are. Don't forget this. Now we can then move to the next point. So you see how I'm doing this? I'm just taking it point by point and going from one section to another. Now let's keep going. Now, going down, what I want to do is take this across to the edge and shrink this down to about maybe, I don't know, 54, and call this one Video 1. And let's see what's in Video 1. I think it'll be Intro. And then you hit down twice and then go Video 2, keeping the same format all the way through. Let's keep listening. Okay, welcome back. Now in this particular part of the video, what we're going to do is we're going to be in the Insert section. We're going to go across to Insert. Then we're going to go over here to the right hand side where it says Video, and we're going to click on that. Now it's going to be on my PC. We're going to click on that. We'll wait for a moment for it to find where it's got to go, and we're going to now go find it. I happen to know that it is right here in this section here. Go down to where I keep it, PLR. I'm keeping it down into the folder I have it in, which is this one here. I call this one B-roll, and I'm going to be using this particular video right here. And in just a moment, the video will appear in front of this, and we can now expand that up so as it takes up the majority of the screen. Let's get rid of that, and let's expand that up and drag it across just enough. There we are. Now what we need to do is we need to send this to the back. So we can go send to back, and that brings up the writing, but as you can see the writing is way too dark for this particular part, so we're going to have to adjust the writing to white so as you can at least see what's written. And we might want to also bring this down a little bit so as you can see what's on the screen. There we are. And then what we need to do is go over here to playback, go over here to automatically, and then we can hit loop. And the reason we do that is so as that if he's continuing to talk, we can keep it on that screen. There's motion going on. It's a lot more interesting. Now I haven't done any graphics or any of the slide-ins or anything like that, because I find that way too hard to do when we're doing with a video. Now it's easy to do if you have an image like what we're going to be having down here in these slides. We're going to have an image in each of these slides. In fact, that's what we're going to do right away. So let's go over here to this particular screen. We're going to right click here, and we're going to go over here to Format Background. Over here you'll see where it says on the right hand side Picture and Text Fill, and click on that, and it's going to give us this really ugly background. But don't worry, we can go over here to where it says Picture Source. We can hit Insert, and then down here we can go Online Picture. Now what are we actually looking at? We're looking for an overview. Alright, so let's click on that, and this is going to give us Creative Commons images. So let's have a look here at, say, Overview. We can hit that. That's good. We can actually, I like this one, Overview. We can hit Insert, and what's going to happen is it's going to literally cover that entire screen. So let's find where all this is. We can highlight over the top of those points, and of course we want to lighten that up. So we want to be able to make that white. so as it can be seen. In fact, what I would probably do is lighten that background up a little bit by making that a bit more transparent. There we are. And there we have it. And we can also copy that image. Where is it? Copy that image. Don't worry about it. We'll just move to the next one. We'll do the same thing. We'll just do exactly the same thing here. Go over here to picture fill. Go over here to insert. Go back to here to online. Overview. Hit enter. Find exactly the same image. Hit insert. It will do exactly the same thing. Now it is identical to the other one, and all we have to do is make that lighter. Hit white, and there we have it. Now what we want to do is we want to be able to have this come in on animation, so we can do that. Highlight over the top of all of these. I'm now going to go over here to animation, making sure that when I hit this one here that says animation pane, we make sure we click that on, and that brings the animation pane up. Now what I like to do in this particular case is I like to fly in. And you see how they all come in from underneath? What I like to do in this case is have them coming in from one particular direction. I don't like it coming in from underneath, so in this particular case I'm going to have it coming in from right. So as they all come this way. Now, what I plan on doing here is clicking here and having start on click. Actually this one can start previously, and the rest of them can start on click. Highlight the top of those and have that start on click. There we are. You go 0, 1, 2 and 3, and this one here can do the same thing. Highlight over the top. Whoops, a daisy. Undo. Highlight over the top of these words. Oh, I just realized competitor's wrong. Spelled incorrectly. Let me just fix that up for 1 second. There we are. Now, let's do this again. Highlight over the top of this and fly in from right. Over here on previous, and these ones here. Now hit your control button and go down to here. That way you can highlight all three of them, and this one here can be on click, and this way it goes straight in. Now what I would also suggest you do in this particular case is highlight over the first three of these, go over here, and then go over here to where it says effect options. See how you've got the drop down menu? Click on that drop down menu over here on the right hand side where it says effect options. Go over here to where it says dim. In this particular case we want it to dim, so we want to go we want to do more colors. We want to make that a bit lighter, so let's choose a different color. Now we're back. This is the color I would use just there, just enough to dim it down, and then we can hit OK. Okay, now let's have a look at how this works. We can go OK. Okay, you see how that works? It highlights them first, and then when you do the slideshow, you can go from current slide. It brings it straight in, and then you can go there, there, and there, and it'll go straight across to the next video. And if we were to just leave it like that, we just keep it like that. But I prefer to actually have it dim, so as each point is highlighted, and this way you can do it as you go. So what I'll do is, in this particular case, I'm in the second frame. Once again, I'll just highlight the first three. And the reason we highlight the first three is we don't want to highlight the bottom one. Now we'll go over here to dim, and we'll just do the same thing. Hit effect options, go over here to dim. Because we already have the color we want, we just go there and we hit OK. And now it's all done. Okay, And then if you want to, you can just add more videos. So that is how you do it. Now what we're going to do is we're going to be talking about the final tip. Now in this particular case, we go over here to Insert, and we go over here to Audio, and we go to Audio on my PC, and then you grab the audio that you've just stripped from your video. So to do that, all we have to do is go here, save this to wherever we want it as an MP3. Then you then upload that into this particular audio file, and then what you do is you go over here to slideshow section, and then you rehearse the timing, and as it's talking through, you then scroll from one screen to the next. Once you have finished here and you've added all the videos and images you want to add, and you go all the way through to the very end, you can then have it going so as you can then record it and it'll be ready to go. And then all you need to do is record your video, playing from beginning to end. I would suggest put it into your video recorder or your editor of some kind, and this way you can edit it and make sure that if there's any things like pauses or gaps you want to stop, you can reduce those gaps and so forth to make it crisper, to make it sharper, just to make it more appropriate for your needs. Okay guys, that's all there is for this video. I know it's been a longer video than usual, but I just want to say thanks for watching, and just remember, if you like this video, please remember to smash the like button as well as subscribe and hit the bell icon so you can be notified whenever we upload more videos. Hey, and while you're at it, why not share? Okay guys, I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.